Hello friends, welcome back to our home. I hope you're having a good day today. It is finally sunny today here, but it's been really bad. January weather, lots of snow, wind, hail, sleet, rain, you name it. We've had it all in 1 week. It's just crazy. But I know there's a lot worse things going on in the rest of the country that we feel very bad about, and we pray for you who have lost anything at all in terrible storms. So we are fortunate to just have a lot of snow and cold. I would like to show you some things that I put out for Easter. I am very late. I'm sorry about that, but as you know, Norm has not been able to help me really with his lifting limits, and he's just not been feeling real great for talking either. He would have liked to have shown you his toys over there, but his voice is still bothering him. I don't know, I probably didn't explain that he did have tubes going through his nose down into his stomach for 6 days, and that's what ruined his voice. So that's why he lost so much weight too. He wasn't allowed any food for all that time, and he wants to say hello and thank you so much for your wonderful support with your prayers. He is getting better. So I want to first show you this cute little cloth. I did talk about it in, I believe it was last year's video. I did wash it. It came out really nice. It's quite a linen cloth. It's very, very nice, from Russia. It is vintage, and I did explain all about it in last year's video. Very, very old. The large receipt that was on it, or tag identifying it, was all in Russian, so I couldn't read it. And I know that's a very sensitive subject right now, but the people that made this adorable cloth were very nice people. Things have changed a lot, so it is old, and I was happy to find it in Elk River, Minnesota. I believe it was a small house that's an antique shop. Very, very nice. We don't get there very often, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name of the place either. I decided to put my fancier birds out here again from the living room, that were the ones that had the black spray paint on them. I'm so thrilled to have them. I thought they were kind of fun with these huge, beautiful, I don't know if I suppose I'd call them egrets, maybe, that we found at Wild Collective Vintage several months ago. I don't think I've shown them to you yet. They are really gorgeous. Lots of gold on them. I apologize if I did show you them already, but I thought they would go very well because they are kind of a pinky beige color, and this cloth is not white. So I thought they would go well out here and create a little bit of a marshy idea here with this vintage planter that is very crazy drip glaze. I've had this for decades, it seems. It is very kooky, and I just love it. I probably showed it a couple years ago at the top of the stairs on the bookcase. So I love these eggs too. I have quite a collection, as you probably recall. I did decide to put the cloth on with the cute rabbits instead of having this a plain runner out here because I'm just kind of tying in Norm's cute toy collection behind me. There's some more of the eggs. I just love them. I did see a few this past weekend in an antique mall, and they were asking $12 a piece for them, so I left them behind. Maybe I'll keep finding them out in the country for a few dollars each. I paid an average of $1.50 for most of them over many years ago. So I'm thrilled to have them. I think they're really, really sweet. What I did was take, of course, the ones that went with this cloth out here for you to see in yellows, greens, and oranges. Very fun. So let's go look at these Lucite crosses over here. We've had these for many, many years. It took all those years to find 3 of them. And I believe this one was the last one that I found. I haven't seen any since either. This one has glitter and little palm fronds in there, along with some abalone shell pieces and a little cross right in the middle. This one is possibly some abalone, and also could be your petrified wood chips that they were using in a lot of Lucite things like napkin holders and that. So that's possibly what's in that one. And this is the same mold down here on this one. Beautiful green, also abalone shell pieces in here. As I mentioned in last year's video, a lot of you may remember that there were 3 crosses on Calvary. One was for Christ's crucifixion, but I hope you know what the other 2 men were. And if you don't, I would highly recommend that you read about that so you understand the significance of it. This is what Easter is about for us, is that our Savior rose from the dead after 3 days. So he conquered death. The fact that he died proved that he was human, and the fact that he rose again proved that he was God. So that is what Easter is about to us. Here's some of Norm's larger Rosbro pieces. We decided to use this shadow box for them because what he's trying to do for a window outside has a lot bigger things in it, and it's starting to get pretty crowded. So I said that I would arrange his bigger Raspbro candy containers, is what they were considered, out here. And some of them are not Rosbro. There are 2 Hong Kong little flower pieces here. One is a chick of some sort. It does have a red crown, but doesn't have a wattle underneath, so I'm not going to call it a rooster. But there's that one. So they're Hong Kong. And on the other side, I'll show you the duck one with a different flower. These 2 we showed you last year. They do open up when you press on the bottom button. It opens up the egg and squeaks. So it is a squeaker. They're made in Italy. So we have 2 of those with a little color change. This one is orange, the other one is yellow. with different base colors on them too. So there's a little Easter animal inside, a little duck in one, and I'm not positive what the other one is over here. But we did show them in last year's video. So there's little hen and her little chicks on one side, and the other side there's lambs. So this is the other spiky, funny decoration made in Hong Kong. This is a new horse that Norm found. I think it may have been at Rogers Main Street Antique Mall. They have a vendor that's got, always have had a lot of nice Rosbro pieces in there, so Norm has been purchasing some of them, but this one was from Hutchinson Main Street Mall in Hutchinson. He was pretty happy to find that. The bunny would have probably been holding a sucker or lollipop, I could say, in his hands. That's what you typically see. Sorry if that's what you typically see them holding. So let's go back down here. You saw this one last year. Always fun to put some jelly beans in it. And this one is just adorable. I can't remember where he found this. It could have been Hutchinson, but the little ducks and bunnies spin around when you wind it up pretty fast. It's really cute. Really, really a sweet one. I think that's my favorite because it's so colorful. And that is a Rosbro Easter basket. And this is also another favorite of mine, probably those two. That is so cute, the little scooter. And we did show that last year and this one last year. So this is a new one up here, also from Rogers Antique Mall. Very sweet. Norm was talking about the fact that when you find these larger ones, and especially when they're on wheels, it does make them more desirable. So he was pretty thrilled to find them, and the vendor that has so many of them is very reasonable. Very. So he's been pretty thrilled finding them. This may be a new one too. Very fun. Good size rooster versus the bunnies down here. That rooster up there is pretty big. As a matter of fact, it could be exactly the same size as that one. So I hope you like that display. It's pretty colorful and obviously a little hard to see with so much in the background. I love these mirrored shadow boxes. We found this adorable large melted plastic popcorn holiday decoration, like we have quite a few of for the different holidays. Collected them for many, many years now. This one, though, was probably a couple years ago when we were enjoying shopping at Up Your Alley Vintage in New Richmond, Wisconsin, but they have since decided to retire their business and do some traveling. So they did sell the inventory, and I have no idea if someone else has opened up in that area with that inventory. We just haven't really looked into it, but it was really, really one of the most fun vintage retro shops we've ever had the privilege of shopping at. We are now thrilled, of course, with the new wild collective vintage kind of taking its place for us because it's just so full of mid-century items that we love. And this is so cute. It is a little Hong Kong wall plaque that I placed inside of the planter here. I was going to put some, cute little colorful tulips and things like that in here, daffodils. But I had wanted to hang this on the door here next to me, but it's never really hung up very well. It's just really imbalanced, and the hook can only go right in the center of the tree there, tree branch. So it just gives it too many points to tug and pull at it to fall down. I don't want it to fall on the floor, so I was trying to hang it on the door, and then I got to thinking about this planter over here that maybe I could put it there. Now I'm going to tilt the camera to give you a little better idea of how it really would be hanging. These little birds are more so, I believe, supposed to be at the top, and they are just adorable little flocked birds. So it's very, very kitschy. I found this many years ago at Grandma's Attic, a small shop that I just love to stop at when we go to Siren, Wisconsin. So I haven't ended up with it like in my bathroom because I have all the bathroom mirrors. That's about the only place that's that kitschy with some of the kooky things I have in there. So this to me ends up being just a little more of a spring fun thing to find somewhere to hang, and I didn't find anywhere in the kitchen for it either. So I haven't shown you, even though I don't think I've shown it to you, even though I've had it for many, many years now. So sweet though. So I think it worked out really great in there. That was a fun place to show you. Before we go upstairs and check out more of Norm's smaller Rosbro and other candy container and Easter toys that we have on the metal shelf at the top of the stairs. He has so many of them now, and I said, they're just really getting kind of small for you to putz with in your window, Norm. So let's just put that collection upstairs inside here. And the other reason, of course, is that it's really, really been cold here, just nasty January weather. So he has not been in the mood to be running in and out side to the front sidewalk to look at the arrangement, to keep working at it. You don't just work from inside the garage. That's cold too. You do need to go outside and look at it from there also. So neither one of us have really felt like setting up that Easter window, but he's going to try. It's actually going to get to 50 today and start getting into the 60s. We're very, very grateful for that. This is an adorable little, looks to me more like a duck planter, a head vase actually. Isn't it sweet? There is a mate for it. I did not realize it. I just happened to run across it somewhere. Maybe someone had shown it on Instagram, but I was quite surprised. It's really, really sweet. I'll have to look and see who made it, if there's any sticker on the bottom. Made in Japan, but Acme ware. Yep, that's what it says. Well, here are all the smaller items that are so cute. That big red bunny in the middle really sticks out, doesn't it? Probably shouldn't have him in there. It's kind of crazy. But let's look at some of them up close. It's taken Norm many years to find these. So some are Rosbro, like this lamb, and some are not. This is, you know, the funny ducks and geese and chicks that will lay a little egg, jelly bean, I assume. Well, some of them actually came with eggs. Let me shake this one. Yeah, there is an egg in there. I hate to do that. Oh, it's a little yellow marble. Huh, funny. I didn't want to press too hard. I don't want to knock the shelf down, but their little wings pop up too, of course, when you do that. So those are fun. And they probably are missing their marbles, I would say. There's another one up here that's the chick. And that's kind of a little swirly plastic too. It isn't just solid. It does have some orange or lighter orange running through it. And this little guy is quite small. Really funny. I found this, it could be 15 years ago. It was at a big sale that was for the Animal Humane Society, and I probably paid $1 for it. And I just thought it was adorable. I'm really not crazy about navy blue in things that I collect, of course, but I just knew he was pretty sweet. He's a soft plastic, and it is a Hong Kong item. So I've had him the longest, I would say, of anything up here. It's very bright out today, as I probably already mentioned, so you're getting a lot of shadows coming from the light from our patio door downstairs. So there's another sweet lamb that's completely different style than this one. So that's the only one I've ever seen like that. Now this was more recent purchase, the bunny. I probably talked Norm into it because I said, Norm, you don't have very much blue, and we don't have a girl bunny like that. She probably had a little boyfriend. I don't recall ever seeing it anywhere, but so she's pretty cute, find. And this is a newer item, could be Taiwan. It is a friction toy with little wheels on the bottom, I believe. So that's a cute addition. These birds, little birds, I don't see them very often either, and it's really wonderful to find something other than yellow. As you could tell, there was mostly yellow items. So here's a couple more. Let's see, I know this one is a rattle. I'm pretty sure. Yep. So some of them that wouldn't have been holding a little lollipop are rattles. They're very fun too. This is a clear top duck basket. So I did just put a few jelly beans in that one. These are newer also, and they're also the ones that will lay a little egg or jelly bean. Rosbro. Another little egg laying one. And I wonder what this one is. I'm going to end up shading myself a little bit here and there. No, not a rattle. I don't see any markings on it either. This one was not a rattle. Now this one is a little wind up. Very cute, newer, but still adorable. Rosbro, you can see, holds a little lollipop. Little tiny wind-up that's probably newer, but irresistible to add to a collection. Another bunny. No, not a rattle. That one I filled with some little candy. I can't remember the name of that candy that's so tiny. It's crazy. So he's an older, possibly Hong Kong, do you think? And that one is adorable. Rosbro with the little wheel in front. The goose is really, really sweet. It's wind up. It's so tiny that he fit in here to help give a little height. This is the lowest piece we have, this little bunny. But what was so cute about him is he's got a little adorable little eye that is like your googly eye. You know, it is raised plastic. There, you probably see a little better. This guy's really cute too. Looks like he'd be riding in the back of one of those wagons. Funny duck. These three are really sweet. The two taller ones, they're pretty popular. Some people have called them cake decorations. I'm not sure that I would say that, but it took several years in between finding this lamb recently, and the lamb was only $3 in Hutchinson. We thought that was a real steal. Very thrilled to find that. This little guy is one of those push puppets where he collapses. I don't know where Norm found that. So that's different. That, finding a little green one was nice, and I think I found that in Red Wing at the Pottery Place Antiques a year ago. Was nice to find a different color. And these three are also your friction toys, and they are probably Taiwan, but fun. Yeah. So that is that up close. I hope you enjoyed seeing them and a little more description. I added this, I took down the Starburst clock so I could show you this really sweet, very springy vintage plate. And love these metal flowery wire frames for plates. I've collected them for years and years. I had quite a display of them in the turquoise bedroom before Norm decided he was going to make it into a Western bedroom. So I had that on the wall with the black shadow box and then the newer gold and black shadow box that's in there now. When I had all the lady head vases up, so I had these sweet plates in there. My sister would sleep in that bedroom, so that's why I didn't mind keeping it feminine for her, but it's now Western. Norm's got a fun collection in there of things he's been having fun looking for. He had a lot of it already downstairs, but he wanted somewhere with more room. So I said that was fine. That's fine. You have every right to take over a room for your things too. In the stairwell here, I decided to put these very kooky hobbyist bunny couple made out of ceramic on this little shelf with one of the hobbyist Easter eggs. They are crazy, and I think I found them in Hutchinson last year. So that's what I have there. I haven't done a whole lot up here to change to Easter. I had the spring decor out and kind of ran out of time for doing a spring theme up here for you. So I left some things. Let's go look at what I left from March decor. In March, I think of orange a lot, of course, and it works great for Easter too. So I did just put my Bittersweet collection here. That's all I have. And I'm thrilled to have that little collection there. I know it's getting very, very popular. So I decided to put some deer out. In March, everything is still brown, so, and I did find these really ridiculous deer pair in Hickston, Wisconsin, at the old schoolhouse. It's such a fun place for me to go. Some people may feel that there isn't a lot there that they can find. The downstairs is full of glass booths and very, very beautiful vintage and expensive items. But I like looking through all the back rooms and all the upper floors because I find some pretty kooky stuff. I believe this pair of deer was like 16 or 14, but it is in our video that we did, maybe only one video I think we've done of the Hickston Schoolhouse Mall. But I loved these. I thought they were just so fun. I just don't understand all the crazy spots on them. I think it's nutty. They would have been adorable just plain, but I just couldn't resist them anyways. I think they're just too fun. Very crazy. It says Japan. Yeah, so it's not hobbyist, but it definitely is crazy. And this is a particular artist that did this deer I found, maybe a year and a half ago. Very sweet. I would have to look that up to tell you. So that was going to be what I was going to show you in March, but like what I said, I ran out of time. And lastly, over here, I had started out with the new beautiful green deer on your left. Never seen that before. I was thrilled to find that. And this crazy planter that is shaped like the big orange one downstairs. I found this at least a year ago at Hunt and Gather in Edina, Minnesota. So it is a smaller version of it, shaped the same. It's probably, I don't know if this is California pottery or not. I never thought to look. I'll see if I can see anything on the bottom of it. I was pretty tickled to find that. I have seen this size in the same drip glaze orange ones, but this olive green one was quite different, and it seems to really have a pattern in the mold too. So that was probably only in the teens, like maybe it was like 14 to 18. I can't remember. I did not film it. So I brought some more eggs up here. So this was going to be my green March theme without the Bambi planter. But since it is now more our Easter decor video, I decided to bring this larger planter out of all of my smaller farm type animals that I've collected over many years that I will be showing you in the dining room and kitchen. I love these kind of animal planters. I just think they're so sweet. This one is much bigger than the rest of them. So since this was a deer theme to begin with for March, I decided to add him and make it a little more Eastery. These have always been a very favorite egg because I have never seen them since that I know of. I've had these for probably 15 years. Yeah, they're really, really different. That is more of a turquoise. It's not blue as much as it might be showing in the video. It's quite a turquoise blue. And that one is very nice. But this is Stuart McCullough, a California designer that made beautiful deer statues. I don't know what else he did, but most of them are in the true natural colors, tawny brown colors, and probably more of a green base on it. And I love all of them. All of his beautiful stylized deer are just gorgeous. So this was really a thrill to find, and off the top of my head, I'm just not thinking about where I found it. But it was just like a month ago at least. So that's a pretty new item for us, and Norm thought that was pretty cool too. So I did just put some olive green tapers up here to continue that olive look. Now this I was thrilled to find just the day that we made the video of the Nostalgia Antique Mall. There is a large Goodwill by that nice antique mall. So Norm, often when we're done shopping there, he'll say, I suppose you'd like to run in the Goodwill here. So I said, yeah, that would be nice. You never know. And I did come out with several cool mid-century things. This is from the 80s though. It is considered reverse painting. It is a foil picture, and then they paint around the image with black. The gold frame and that black background just stood out to me from all the way across the Goodwill store to the back wall where they have all their pictures. It's small, and yet it really stood out to me, and I just zoomed in on it and I looked it over and I thought, well, this is in very nice condition. So I looked it up, and you can find the company that made a lot of these with different pictures in the middle, but they all had this little gold frame. I believe that's metal and not plastic. I'm looking at the side over here beyond the phone. But $1, it was like $1.99 or $1.49. It was just really thrilling. I thought, oh, that is so cool. And you know how I love birds, and Norm thought, yeah, that is pretty neat. What a nice find. So I hope you think that's fun. Be on the lookout for these. Yes, they're 80s and they're not as old, but they're just gorgeous. They're so simple. And they were probably sold so cheaply back then. thank you for being here today. Thank you for all of your wonderful, very kind and supportive messages, your prayers. Norm thanks you again so much, too. We love you guys and really hope that your Easter is very blessed and your year as well. Bye now.